You see, when you stop walking with God and stop trusting in God, then you begin trusting and you begin dabbling with substitutes. The place that God in your life had now becomes empty and void. And you look for something else to fill it. You're looking perhaps today to the world to fill it. To all that the world has to offer, to its shiny, glittery armor. This will get you through, David. Is that what you're trusting in? What the world provides? What man comes up with? The solutions that are outside of God? There are many things that the world offers us. There's social media. There's entertainment. There's sport. There's academics. All of these things legitimate. And all of these things, no doubt, have a proper place in our lives. But if we allow them to fill our lives and squeeze God out, they become a menace. They become a giant that needs to be slain. And it's tragic today, dear friends, like Saul, to be backslidden in heart and not even know it. He no doubt went through all the motions of being king. He went through all the motions of worship that was demanded of a king. And yet his heart was not in it. Where is your heart today? And finally, and of course, this is where we've been aiming all along, having looked at that big boaster, that big brother, and that big backslider. Let's finish up today by looking at a big believer. A big believer. And that's David. David may not have been as big in stature or height as Goliath or even as Saul or his brother Eliab, but he was a giant in faith. He was bigger than them all. You know, when others looked at the giant Goliath, they probably thought to themselves, he's too big to hit. When David looked at him, I'm sure David thought, he's too big to miss. He was a big believer. Look at his confidence. He wasn't looking at the size of the giant. He was looking at the size of his God, the great Almighty. Get your eyes on that great, big, wonderful God.